Hi guys, hello and welcome to Helping Hand MBBS. In my previous video on lipoproteins, I had told you all that I will tell about the whole transport of lipids, the whole process of it in the form of a story, and hence I have prepared this video for you all, and I have tried to make it as simple as possible, and I'm very sure that you all will be able to retain this information for a very long time, and especially for all the first year students this is a very important topic because you get a long question about the transport of lipids, and it gets you a lot of marks. So please pay attention, and let's get started. So this on the screen I've put up several pictures that I took from the internet, and I will try to tell you a very small simple story about this whole collage that I've made. Okay, so this is a village over here that you can see. This is a village, and the people of this village have been living together for a very long time. In this village there is a multiplex. This is a very good village because people from town have opened up a multiplex over here. This, as you can see, that there is a multiplex. Okay, and also there is a farm. There is also a farm. So now people in the village, they have to eat food, right? So what they do is that they buy food. Some people buy food from the farm, and some people buy food from the multiplex very randomly. Okay, and what happens is that this multiplex supplies food to the village. This farm also supplies food to the village, and after supplying food to the village, whatever is left with the farm goes back to the multiplex. They give it to the multiplex that okay, you can work with it, you can make whatever you want. And after the multiplex has supplied food to the village, some food is obviously left. When we go to sell something, it's not necessary that everything will be sold. Some of it is left, so that is also taken back into the multiplex. So what are these cartoons that I've put up? These very similar looking cartoons, in fact they're almost the same. What is their importance in this story? That this multiplex and this farm, they cannot directly communicate with the village. Okay, this direct communication that I've drawn, this is not possible between the farm and the village and the multiplex and the village. So what happens that the multiplex has this people who take the food from them to the village, and this farm has also kept some workers who takes food from the farm and gives it to the village. Okay, now what happens that multiplex makes some food, gives it to this person, this goes to the village and supplies that food. Whatever is not sold, whatever is left out, the same person will bring it back to the multiplex. Similarly, the farm also supplies food to the village through this person, and whatever is left with this person, the salesman, this farm does not take it back. What this farm says is that let's give it to the multiplex only, and the multiplex people will use it, and we will also earn some good money out of it. You must be wondering that why have I put this picture over here when I'm not using it also. See, the story is very incomplete right now. This story will be completed in the next video when I will tell you about the function of this also. But for now, you need to understand the story between this multiplex, village and the farm. That is how this village is taking the food from the multiplex and the farm, and whatever is left is ultimately going back to the multiplex only, because the multiplex is a bigger place, so they can stock all the food with them. So the farm has no space to stock the food, so they will also give it to the multiplex. Now I will tell you with analogy how I have arranged this whole scenario into lipid transport after I tell you the core theory of lipid transport. Okay. First of all, chylomicrons. What is this chylomicron? That chylomicron's function is to, whenever we eat some fatty food, some lipid rich food, some oil, some butter, any fatty food for that matter, in our intestine, that food is taken in the form of this triacylglycerol, that is TAG, and this TAG is taken up into the body in the form of this nascent chylomicron. What is the meaning of nascent? Nascent means new. So this is a new, very naive chylomicron. It only has one thing of its own, a one little suitcase of its own, and that is ApoB48. ApoB48. And then whoever has watched my previous video knows that I told there that HDL acts as a repository for C2 and E, ApoC2 and E, HDL acts as a repository. So whenever this nascent chylomicron is formed, to mature it needs this C2 and it needs this ApoE. So HDL comes and gives it to the nascent chylomicron, and now the nascent chylomicron is all mature and it has this C2 also, it has this ApoB48 also, and it has this ApoE also. Okay, now it is a mature chylomicron. It is a mature chylomicron. Now it is in the blood. After coming into the blood, what it has to do, it has to supply the food to the peripheral organs. This blue color that I have made, this represents the peripheral organs, and this pink color that I have put is lipoprotein lipase. This lipoprotein lipase, as you can understand, is an enzyme which will, take triacyl glycerols and break it into fatty acid and alcohol, take up all the fatty acid and release the alcohol, and this is what happens. Okay, so but it will not like get activated whenever some chylomicron comes and it will start breaking it haphazardly. That does not happen. Whenever this chylomicron comes, the C2 on it, the C2, ApoC2, it has some function obviously. This will activate this lipoprotein lipase. Okay, and now the lipoprotein lipase will break this chylomicron and release all the triacyl glycerol and form the fatty acids from it, and this fatty acid will be taken up by the peripheral organ. This is a peripheral organ. It has taken up all the fatty acids, at least most of the fatty acid from the mature chylomicron. Now what is left with us is this small remnant chylomicron. Remnant means left out. This is the remnant chylomicron. Again, it has all of those things: ApoB48, ApoB48, ApoC2 and ApoE. Now, what is the function of this ApoE? I will tell you. I told you that now it will come back to the liver. The liver will take up finally the chylomicron. The liver has this receptor. This receptor is known as LRP, which is LDL receptor related protein. It is not the LDL receptor, it is LDL receptor related protein. It will take up this remnant chylomicron in the through this receptor, and it is known as receptor mediated endocytosis. Receptor mediated endocytosis. All the leftover chylomicron has come into the liver now. Okay, so this is how the story ends for chylomicron. So in my analogy that I put up in the story, now let me tell you who was the actual chylomicron. This farm is chylomicron. It produced its own food. It gave it to, this farm is actually the intestine. Sorry, this farm is the intestine, not the chylomicron. This farm is the intestine. It produced its own food, whatever we took up. And this person here is the chylomicron. This takes food from the farm, gives it to the village. Which is the village? Village are the peripheral organs. After delivering it to the peripheral organs, whatever is left is taken to the liver, and multiplex is the liver. This multiplex is the liver. And this is how the story of chylomicron ends. Let's go to LDL and VLDL now. Okay, what is the LDL and VLDL when we already have chylomicron? See, liver does not sit back and wait that when we will eat food, then everybody will get the food. Liver is a very responsible organ. It is a very, it's like that great grand person of the family who earns and who brings food for everybody. So liver is not dependent on anybody, and what it does is that it synthesizes its own fatty acids, and it makes up into VLDL, that is very low density lipoprotein. And this very low density lipoprotein is also nascent, just like chylomicron was nascent, and it has on its surface this ApoB100. Chylomicron had B48, liver has B100. Liver is a more important organ, so it has a higher number. You can remember it like that. It's just a mnemonic sort of thing. It has a higher number. It will keep it as a bigger number, that is B100. Again, through HDL, it will take up C2 and E, and it will form mature VLDL. It is the same story as chylomicron. Again, this will be taken up by the lipoprotein lipase when the ApoC2 will activate this lipoprotein lipase, and it will break down into fatty acids, and fatty acids will be taken up by the peripheral organ. Now what is left is remnant VLDL. Remnant VLDL is also known as IDL, that is intermediate density lipoprotein, and it is remnant. It also has the same things. It has the B100 and it has the ApoE now. Now it has two fates. This IDL can directly be taken up by the liver. This ApoE on the surface of this IDL activates this LDL receptor. I forgot to tell you one thing in chylomicron. Similarly, here also you see this ApoE. This ApoE activates this LRP. This ApoE is like an ID card. It is shown to the gate of the liver that I have come, please take me inside. So liver takes it through this ApoE. And similarly in IDL also, this ApoE acts as an ID card, and the liver understands that okay, you've come to get inside, and takes this IDL in the same process, receptor mediated endocytosis. If this IDL also further undergoes some lipolysis, then what is left is a low density lipoprotein, and it only has ApoB100, and it is directly taken up. It has no need of showing the name of the receptor is LDL receptor, so it knows who is LDL. It directly takes up LDL into the liver, and now liver has all this leftover LDL and IDL. Now let me tell you the same story in my analogy. Here, who was the VLDL and LDL? The multiplex I've already told you is the liver, and this person is VLDL. This goes to the village, supplies the food. Whatever is left is taken in the form of IDL or LDL. So this was the story of chylomicron, LDL and VLDL. I hope you've understood the markers. I will just emphasize on the same thing once again, that ApoE activates this LRP, and also ApoE activates this LDL receptor in case of IDL, and that is how receptor mediated endocytosis occurs, and this is taken up inside the liver. I hope you all understood this whole story. If you face any problem, please comment and ask me any doubts. I will explain it to you, and if you find that I have given some wrong information, you can also clarify that. Totally open for any feedback, and please like, share and subscribe our videos. See you again very soon in another video. All the best to all of you. Thank you.